Just had somebody die. I got to go bury them. But it's amazing to me. What did Jesus say? He said, why don't you let the dead bury the dead?
Hey guys, I recorded a clip from Denton down in Lakeland, Florida from a few weeks ago. I believe it was Mother's Day, but don't quote me on that. Now, I'm going to put a disclaimer in here. I say it all the time, but consistently, Mr. Denton in Lakeland will just be bewildered. I don't know why this person doesn't even know me. You don't have to know someone to react to what they are saying online. He could do the same about me. And he has, and he does, and he has every right to. I put myself out there publicly. He doesn't know me. Knowing someone has nothing to do with commenting on what they've said. Firsthand, you're watching it happen. Doesn't really make any sense. And I'm trying to expose this group and warn people to stay away. And he is one of the premier examples. He exemplifies the very worst parts of NTCC on a weekly basis. So, as Davis used to say, the founder of NTCC, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's easy because it's just right there, and he doesn't filter himself. And he just repeats the mantra. And for the record, in the KJV, and I think in other versions as well, Jesus never said, why don't you let the dead bury the dead? That's not a thing. It actually says in Matthew 8:22, but Jesus said unto him, follow me, and let the dead bury their dead. And real quick, Jesus wasn't talking to people who were already followers, like R.W. Davis did when he told us that. He would quote that when we would have to ask him, can I go home? And we had to do this while in school and while out on the field in the ministry. Everything had to be filtered through the corporation. Every single thing. How many people? I know stories, countless, of people that while waiting for permission to go see someone before they passed while they were traveling to get there after receiving permission finally. And I don't think that's how things work with the dynasty, the Davis dynasty. For one, you're going to tell me no one came to Davis's funeral? They all said, I'm sorry, Tanya, Mike, Verna, Grant, we're out here laboring. We can't leave right now. Bury your dead. Go ahead. I don't think so. That wasn't the point of what Jesus was saying. He himself wept with those who wept for loved ones. We are encouraged to do the same from the Bible. This was about people who had reasons for not following him. Pretty plain and simple. Pretty obvious from the context. That's why when you hear things from these people that prop themselves up as somebody, as this intermediary who will interpret the word for you because God can't speak to you directly, and you hear something and you say, that doesn't make sense in the context of the surrounding verses or chapter. Trust that. Trust that questioning within you. And then go ask and see what they say.
They're already dead. What does it matter?
This is his response. What does it matter? That's just cold, man. That is just cold. That is chilly, frosty cold. And he's supposed to be representing Christ on earth to people. And once again, we hear the crazy things he says that are so unloving. And once again, not rooted in the Bible he says he believes in.
Well, I need to show my face and I need to cry. Ah, they were such a great person. What if they weren't? People stop everything and sell everything. They go see somebody's funeral. That's great. They didn't even know them. They didn't have a relationship with them.
Like who, Glenn? Like Verna Davis? Like Roger W. Davis?
I gotta show my face so everybody sees me. They know I was there.
Again, we see how Glenn thinks of his fellow man. He thinks the worst possible things of them, that the reason they're going to a funeral is to be seen, whether it's for someone in the corporation or outside of it, a family member or friend who passed. How about most of us, I think, I'm pretty sure, just from conversations with people through the years, they're going to comfort. If anyone should bring comfort and love and loveliness, shouldn't it be the Christians of the world?
Why? And if I can't afford to go to your funeral, I'm not going. But Pastor, it's me. Well, if you're gonna have your funeral local where I can go, then I'll go. If you want to go, say, well, I'm gonna go have it in New York, or I'm gonna go have it over here in Michigan. Pastor, I need you to show up. If you ain't paying for my ticket, don't expect me to be there.
I'm truly, truly running out of words and descriptive words for this guy because I'm stunned all the time. And not just by his words and attitude towards people. He's talking about, he always has these hypotheticals where he's talking to someone, one of the three people there in his service, and this is how he speaks to them about their funeral. They could probably find just some rando preacher somewhere that would come in and provide a heartfelt homily for one of those people in there. Since this dude wants to be paid. Guess where he learned that? R.W. Davis.
Oh, it's my funeral. Man, if you serve God, I'll see you again. If not, bye.
If not, bye. If you're not serving God, you're going to hell. He's assuming he won't be there with them. And these people leave this place and come back every week. These same 1, 2, 3. I put it at 3 that come maybe regularly based on the pictures they share of Mother's Day, whatever kind of little thing they have going on. I feel bad for people. And I know, because I feel bad for my former self that sat and took the abuse and humiliation and hammering. Hammering. We need some self-respect for ourselves. Seriously. Because it's not in that place. In my humble opinion.
That's so mean. Is it really?
Yes, it is, and you know it is. And you love that about yourself. Because it reminds you of Mike and Roger Davis. You like being compared to that. And that should be cause for reflection because it's sad.
You know how many people that I've seen pass away and lives destroyed because they didn't want to serve God?
Ask me a question. Ask me how many lives have been destroyed by those who pretend to serve God. Ask me.
It's not my fault. And if I sat back and I cried for everyone that perished because they didn't want to serve God, I'd never stop crying.
John 11:35, the shortest verse in the Bible. Jesus wept. Jesus wept, and he knew very well that he was going to raise Lazarus. He knew it. He knew Lazarus was going to come walking out, and yet he wept. And not just for Lazarus, for those in his family. He seemingly felt the pain of their grief deep within him. He wept. And weeping isn't crying. There's a nuance there in the word. To weep. It's felt by every part of us, inside and out. So what Denton is saying here, seemingly, is it's all or nothing. He's either going to do nothing or be crying all the time. Why isn't there an in-between? And I want to ask you quickly to think, do these men exude that from the top of this corporation down through the ranks? There's some nice, good, caring people in there. This attitude is not portrayed. When all you talk about are buildings, in the case of the CEO of this group, or the I don't care attitude of Denton in Florida, there's this spectrum, and it's tipped heavily on the one side. How did we rectify that? Make it right in our mind. And now he's specifically talking about people who die and didn't know God. Where is that deep, deep anguish of the soul? Where is it?
I'd never get on with my life. Come to the realization, and I did this a long time ago, that I'm going to serve God and I'm going to put him first. And if people don't want to serve God and people don't want to put him first, then bye.
Someone should ask Denton to define what it means to put God first, because in this group it means come to church in the church building and pay your tithe and do what they tell you. Be a good boy and a good girl, and you'll get a pat on the head instead of hammering.
I'm not going to cry about it. I'll pray for you. That's all you get.
That's all you get. That's all you get. This just reminds me right away how Kinson was recently down in this church, and he called it a lighthouse. A lighthouse. I would like to know Phil's definition of lighthouse myself. I wonder how many were allowed, or did they have a free will to do it now? But looking at the different heads and number of people that were in Graham for Verna's funeral a few months ago, well, several now, did they leave their place, their ministry? Did they leave those souls behind? Why didn't they let the dead bury their dead? Is it just okay now? Because it wasn't okay. It wasn't okay at all before. Anyway, have a good night. So much more to come. Too much. I wish they would take some weeks off, honestly, so I could catch up. And you have to ask these questions. Did these people come? How well did they know Verna? Better than their own family or close friends? You can't be afraid to ask the hard questions. It's what lets light in and truth in. Critical thinking is cool, man. It is cool. Were congregations left behind? Who paid? Who paid for some of those ministers to go? Was it church members? Wouldn't it have been better to save that money and put it towards your own personal bills or taking yourself or your family someplace special? The Keckles get to. The Gazangs get to. Phil gets to. Why not you?